Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about Mars intercepted in a natal horoscope. As most of you know, an interception occurs when you have all 30 degrees of a planet or sign inside a house cusp, and you won't find it on the preceding house cusp or the one that follows it, as far as the sign goes. Now, interceptions often are about suppression and energy that's held back, and it's not generally the energy associated with that particular planet or sign is not consistent. Now, if Mars is intercepted in a horoscope, this could indicate that maybe this person may feel somewhat inhibited or might have suppressed just general energy. Maybe the vitality, endurance might be diminished a little bit anyway. A lot depends on other elements in their horoscope as far as that goes, though. This person may not always feel like maybe showing that assertive or aggressive side of their nature. A lot of the, I guess you could say, that aggressive energy and just their energy in general may be somewhat turned inwardly and may be internalized. Mars is also associated with sex and sex drive, and this could be somebody that could be very private regarding these matters and may not be overly, I guess you could say, they don't really display any kind of as far as matters pertaining to their sex life, they could be very reserved in terms of that, and may only talk about these matters behind closed doors. And this is something where they generally, even maybe with I guess you could say, as far as even with close friends, associates, may be somewhat held back in discussing maybe matters pertaining to this. And it's possible that maybe this person may have, even as far as being demonstrative in showing that side, even with a romantic partner, doesn't mean they won't show it, but maybe slightly held back a little bit more or a little bit delayed in terms of showing that. And this might be somebody that may be very prudent and cautious in regarding that, and maybe only shows this maybe when they feel super, I guess you could say, comfortable with that particular, I guess you could say, prospective sexual partner. So this could be something where, like I stated before, a lot of this can depend on other placements in the horoscope. If somebody has a strong Aries influence in their horoscope, say has Aries rising, a stellium in Aries, now this could kind of strongly modify the Mars intercepted description. Now, if we look at some of this by by examples. Now, say if somebody has, let's say they have Mars in the first house and it's intercepted, and let's say it's in the sign Cancer. Now, Mars in Cancer by itself can be a very strong, I guess you could say, as far as defending, the strong in defending family members, be willing to stand up for them. There, Mars in Cancer can be very, still could be tenacious, can be persistent in their own, I guess you could say, in a little bit more, I guess, reserved type manner. And if it's in the first house, it would be very good, well placed. It's in its accidental dignity by house placement. But if you have the Mars in Cancer intercepted in the first house, a lot of this, you could say, this emotional energy may be a little bit more internalized, and it's not really, it's a little bit more suppressed, and it doesn't always, it would come out as strongly. But on the other side of the coin, Mars in the first house would still modify the Mars interception description. Now, let's take this placement now, Mars in Cancer in the third house. Now, this person would still would have a lot of the characteristics of Mars in Cancer, and could be very, as far as the defending the family, this could be somebody that could show a lot of fortitude and courage in these areas, and show perhaps aggression and assertiveness in maybe matters pertaining to their home and family, and could also be, being in the third house, could be outspoken at the same time, so you could have a lot of that emotional outspokenness, and can be also very I guess you could say maybe physically mobile and mentally as well, being in the third house, and put a lot of that energy into communications, and can be analytical as well. But a lot of that energy may be suppressed if it's intercepted, and those over time and through the progression of an interception through progressed chart, this could this suppressed energy may be alleviated to some degree, but won't be eradicated completely, because you're always going to have natally, you will have that same position in your chart throughout your life. So anyway, people, that's basically what I wanted to get at as far as talking about Mars intercepted in a natal horoscope. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about Jupiter intercepted in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.